Hello. So this is VeilMarkets private prediction market on Aleo. And here's the updates I've had in this wave. First of all, our project got a very nice UI makeover, as you can see, and we made the UX smooth even for non-connected wallets. So I'm going to go ahead and connect my wallet now, and then connect my Shield wallet. And so one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come to create markets. And see, obviously, as you can see, I've also integrated USDCX and USAD for betting, so you can decide to bet in whichever token the market is created in, and you can also like filter through, whether it was Aleo or USAD or USDCX. So I'm just going to go create the markets. Another major update we did in this wave is that we now enabled non-binary markets. So earlier before we just had yes and no binary market, but now you can decide to create binary markets with more than two outcomes here. So I'm going to create a market now. Let's see which chain we have, and then I'm going to put the detail and category crypto, and now it's categorical. I want to have say for outcome. I can say Ethereum, Solana, Bees, and the Aleo. I can say the source should be the Llama, and I'm going to place this bet in let's say it's sad. So I'm going to add the date, May 1st, and now I can create the markets. And so I can see the outcomes that we're going to have, and I'm going to go ahead and confirm the markets. Yeah, now that goes through, and I can go to my markets hub and see all the markets I have. And this is the new markets, and I can just like go ahead into these markets and place a bet. So obviously this market was created in USAD, and so every bet to make here has to be in USAD. So because we have four chains, I'm just going to go ahead and bet here. I'm going to select Aleo, and let's say bet 5 USAD on Aleo, and I'm going to confirm my private bet. And that goes through. And yes, the bet is confirmed. and and now when I check here, I can see that my bet has been confirmed. I predicted value. As you can see, there's this propose resolution and resolve market button. So the way this works is this resolve market does not show for every other person. It only shows for the admin, but any other person can become a proposer, and you can only propose after a market has been expired. So I'm going to demonstrate that by creating a new market that would expire soon. Let me quickly create a market. Okay, so I'm just going to do this to demonstrate. I'm going to just say others and make this just a binary. And so I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make it expire soon. What's the time? 10. I'm going to expire, say, in 5 minutes. No, let's use the CX for this. And so I can execute my transaction. And that has been confirmed. Now I'm going to go to the market, and I'm going to place a bet on to front. So I'm going to say no in this place. I'm just going to bet 5 USDCX. I'm going to confirm that. Yeah, so I've created that successfully. Yeah, and I can see my bets, one participant. So I'm going to also go to another account here and bet the opposites over there. So I'm coming here. I'm going to bet yes this time, and I'm going to say 2 years to 6 and bet yes. So because at the end currently there's only 5 years to 6 in the pool, so my estimated max return if nobody else joined this pool is 7 years to 6. I'm going to continue. So now my bet here has been confirmed as well, and I go back and I can see now that we have two participants, and so I'm just going to wait for this market to end so that I can propose a resolution. Okay, so now the market has expired and there was like a 1 minute delay so that all markets successfully end before I go ahead and propose a resolution. Now, the way it works for you to propose a resolution, you have to become an oracle. And you could come here to become an oracle. You register to become an oracle, but it requires you to stake at least 30 credits, just to a commitment fee. And here, I do not have enough um, credits over here. So I'm going to come here to this account here, and I'm going to propose a resolution. I'm going to become an oracle and stake about 30 credits here. Now that has been confirmed. Now only when I do that can I now come and propose a resolution. So I'm going to propose a resolution to yes, and I'm going to propose the outcome and execute that. Now I've successfully created a resolution, and now there is a 5 minutes delay where anybody can decide to dispute that resolution by coming here, which would also require them to take about 30 credits within the 5 minutes timer. So I'm not going to dispute, I'm just going to wait out the 5 minutes time so that I can resolve the market successfully and then show the claim flow for the winner. Okay, so now it's past 5 minutes, and now I can see that I can now resolve the market because I'm an admin. I'm going to resolve the markets now, and the proposed outcome that wasn't disputed was yes. I'm going to confirm the resolve and execute that. And yes, now our market has been successfully resolved. And now I can see that the resolved outcome is yes. And unfortunately, yeah, I predicted no, so I lost the bet. But my other accounts, I predicted yes, and the outcome is yes, so I successfully won this bet. So if I go to my bets now, I can see that I've placed all of these bets, but then I've won this one. So I can decide to claim my rewards now, which since we only had 7 years to 6 in the pool, I'm going to take all of it, even though I bet just only 2 years to 6. So I'm going to claim the rewards and claim it. So this claim process is a series of transactions. First, we are verifying the claim, and then next we are claiming the winnings. Yeah, and then finally, this is where we actually claim the payout. So execute that. Now I've successfully claimed my 7U SDCX. Now I can see that I now have 15 years to CX because I've successfully claimed the payouts, and I can see all of it in my wallet history. So that's exactly how VeilMarkets works, and you can do it for any token, whether Aleo, USDCX, or USAD, and you can also make non-binary bets as well, like this. Yeah. So thank you very much.